Since we're all gonna die, there's one more secret I have to share with you. Do you guys remember that one really, really viral video of mine that like Elon Musk tweeted about, and Andrew Tate's weird brother, who the fuck knew he had a brother, also tweeted about, and like all of conservative Twitter was really upset with me for a while about the one where I was like, if you ever have a bad day, just remember that I've been cheated on, and like I'm really pretty and like gorgeous and super funny and sexy and hot, and I've been cheated on. This one. Okay? The lore behind that video is so funny because I hated myself at that time. In that video, I am sitting in a hotel in Los Angeles, and I was there on a trip to celebrate my friend Anna's launch of bikinis with PacSun. And how that video came to be is so funny to me because so many people hate me, like so many conservative men really, but also like just a lot of random people have such a weird perception of me because of that video. Like they're like, God, she's so cocky, she's so self-obsessed, she's so narcissistic. Imagine liking yourself this much. God forbid I had been on a higher floor in that hotel room. Like, y'all, I was doing so bad. Like, I had just recently broken up with my boyfriend of a few years because I found out just, like, all of this shit at once. I am genuinely surprised that I, like, survived that situation. Looking back on it, it is psychological warfare. It's terrifying. Like, our entire relationship was a lie. Everything was built on a lie. Everything I knew about him was a lie. Like, just, like, literally everything was a lie. Like, I could take this story and turn it into a psychological thriller movie, and it would do incredibly well in the box office. Pure evil. I don't know. Not to mention the relationship itself was abusive. Like, I was called a cunt like it was my name. I was constantly being yelled at and bullied and belittled and like made to feel called stupid. Not to mention he wasn't loyal. And I found out after 2 years together that our relationship actually began with him cheating with me on his previous girlfriend, who I did not know existed. He had told me he dated this person, but he told me he dated her like 2 years prior, and he was fully cheating on her with me and then left her, gave her no explanation, no closure, nothing. I actually like became friends with her and like we really broke down the timelines. So scary. The day that I filmed that video, the morning before that video, I was on the beach shooting like bikinis, like I'm like taking photos for PacSun, and I like was just looking. I listen, transparently, and I'm so hesitant to say this because I still get anxiety about people being disappointed in me. During that era of time, I relapsed really, really bad into my eating disorder. It was the worst I've ever relapsed. I just like wasn't doing very well mentally, and the way that I nourished my body reflected that. And just like seeing my body in those photos, I just was so disappointed that I was back in a position that I never thought I was gonna be. And I went back to the hotel room, and I had a short amount of time before I had to be at like a brunch, and I just could not stop crying. Like I literally couldn't stop sobbing my eyes out. I was just sitting on the floor of that hotel room bawling, like inconsolable, and I didn't know what to do. Which is why I find it funny that people like left comments being like, oh yeah, I would think I was hot if I was wearing this much makeup too. I woke up at 5:45 in the morning, put on makeup that you would wear to the beach, which is minimal, came home, cried for 3 hours, and then filmed that video. Minimal makeup. I really am just that pretty. That video was just like a last-ditch effort to make myself laugh, like to make myself feel anything other than deep despair and like inconsolable sadness. Like how I was feeling about myself was not truly or accurately reflected in that video. I felt horrible about myself physically. I felt horrible about myself morally, like despite not obviously knowing about my ex-boyfriend's girlfriend before me and what he had done to like every girl ever. I felt complicit. Like I felt unknowingly like I hurt somebody else, and even if I wasn't aware of it, or even if it wasn't something that I took part in, it was like something that I was involved in. You know what I mean? And I also naively, even though I know this isn't like the correct, I don't believe in feeling this way after somebody is disloyal to you, but I just felt so bad about myself. The way he was disloyal was very weird, and I don't want to get into that. Just like not stuff that I agree with or want to talk about, but I found myself being like, A, how was I with somebody like that and I didn't know it? Like, how bad is my judge of character? Like, how stupid am I that I didn't realize this? And B, obviously, naturally a little bit like if somebody that I love and I saw the rest of my life with doesn't care about me enough to not hurt me, especially on like a level of like this magnitude, maybe I'm not deserving of good, honest, pure, gentle love, which is stupid obviously, but it was just feeling every bad emotion. And that video went so viral for people being like, God, I wish I had her confidence. No, you do not. And I don't want it to be twisted. I am a somewhat confident person, but I think my confidence is a lot more dependent and like based in my intelligence and my level of knowledge, and more than that, my hunger for knowledge, my curiosity, and my ability to articulate myself. And in terms of my physical appearance, I'm a 22-year-old girl in today's society. It fluctuates. Today's a good day though. So yeah, I think that's the only time I've ever lied to you guys. Aside from pretending I was in a happy relationship. I wasn't. But I was lying to myself about that too. And every single person in my life.